So you have your software, you have the API, which makes the functionality available. Then your MCP server sits in between your AI workspace and the API. So your chain here is AI workspace, MCP server, API, software. What does the MCP server then do? Why do we need that instead of just connecting directly to the API? The MCP server is kind of a translation and simplification layer for the AI model. So the AI model can get a little bit confused if it's trying to call the API directly because there's too many endpoints. There's not enough description on the different variables or the inputs to each of the endpoints. So basically the MCP server simplifies it, makes it a lot easier for the model to use. API is created by the software company. MCP server might be created by the software company. There are official MCP servers like Asana and Notion have official servers, but you as a company or our clients as companies can create their own MCP servers where they can't create their own APIs. The API is only made by the company. They can create their own MCP servers, which can wrap around the API.
So the MCP server is essentially like if you have the API is giving you like all the data from everywhere in the United States. The MCP server then says we only want the data from California and here's how we want that data.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's like the MCP server can format data for you, make it clearer. The other way I would think about MCP servers is as being more business use case focused. They have more business logic within them, where the API is just pure software functionality. The MCP server is, here's an example. I'm in my free time here creating an availability MCP server, a calendar availability to get the times when I'm available on my calendar. It's not just as straightforward as saying, go look on my calendar and see when there's unblocked times. Because the business logic that I actually use is I'll look for unblocked times, but usually I don't have any unblocked times. After that, I'll look for where I have blocks or holds, which are events on my calendar, but they're a little bit squishy. I can try to move those around, right? After that, I'll look for things where there's an actual meeting, but I'm the only participant. Then I'll look for internal meetings where it's only our team, and I might be able to move those around. And then lastly, I look at actually moving client calls. And so the gist with that is it's more complicated than just saying, hey, go onto my calendar and look for open times. There's more business logic in that functionality. And so all that business logic would want to go into your MCP. That's the gist.